So this is the Z-35, which is a bit of an oddity in that it's kind of meant as a German gunboaty destroyer. It's got 3.4 second reloads. I don't even know if I put any equipment on this. Apparently I got as far as putting equipment on, so that'll be without captain 6.9. I think with captain it's not that amazing. Just quickly shove a captain on there. Apparently I had set it up. I don't know why I had thought I hadn't. So 6.2 kilometers, which is so-so at tier 8. It does have hydro. Yeah, it's got basically kind of British style smoke screens. So very short duration. I think slightly longer than the British smokes. Just over a minute. 40 seconds of smoke. 10-second action time, which is quite a small blob. And yeah, no speed boost, as you saw there. And the other weird thing about this is the torpedoes are the 6-kilometer torpedoes that you find on cruisers and battleships. So it's got ambush torpedoes basically. And otherwise you are reliant on these single-turreted guns, of which you have 5. So it's a bit of a weird one. I haven't played it enough. I've only played a couple of games in it. See you, Papsty. You know what? We could give it a go, seeing as how I have actually set it up. Well, we are past the NDA period. And this is the finalised version of the ship. I don't have to put the work in progress thing up. Or at least I don't think I do. Let's just double check that. Final state. Yeah, final state don't show until 9 PM 16th July. So that's now fine to show that. So, yeah, it's a bit... I don't know. I don't really know what to make of it. Honestly. Oh, it's Boomfunk. Clued here. Boomfunk, by the way, if you've no idea who that is, fellow warship streamer. And a Norwegian, just like Clyde the Monkey. Right, tier 8 game. I didn't even look at the AA, but I don't think the AA is anything special on this. But we will have an opportunity for doing cap things. So yeah, given that it has such short range torps, it literally cannot stealth torp. I kind of wish that the base stealth was better, but you can't complain about the gun reload. In fact, is this a BFT captain? What's my... what am I looking at? Yeah, this is a BFT captain, so it's now 3.1 seconds, which puts it on a par with, say, American destroyers. Now, is Boom doing a stream of alcohol? Possibly. Boats with Boom and Clued. Okay, there might possibly be alcohol involved, yes. See, it's an odd one. I don't really... Like, it's a kind of weird hybrid design of sort of a gunboat, sort of. Except, you know, not particularly fast turret traverse, not particularly great turret angles, and it's single turrets as well. And you have got the hydro, but very short range torps. Which actually have a full 1.5-minute reload. For, is it quad launchers? Yeah, quad launchers. That smoke... They changed a bunch of the icons. I think this smoke icon is specifically supposed to denote short duration smokes. But we won't have to worry about rocket planes, at least. With the Vesa. How many more games? Probably not too many more. Shiva, I'm pushing for the last 6 ribbons. I'm thinking this one and maybe one more, and then I'm going to go to bed. I'm glad this is a top tier game, at least. It really is extremely dependent on those guns. I mean, that's almost an oddity having it be such a gunboat, and yet, like, that's the thing that maybe doesn't make sense. It's not even Pan-Asian smokes, which would maybe make more sense. It's basically British smokes. What's my AA range, by the way? Oh, spotted! Oh, go away, planes! Oh, they very briefly spotted me. Now there are people who can actually shoot this guy now. Maybe? I hope so. Let's switch it to AP, perhaps. I'm suddenly realising that's not actually a lot of support I have here right now. That's also a very aggressive Akizuki. But now I just need to live. I mean, with everything else that's going on, especially the lack of a speed boost, this almost feels like it could be a candidate for a heal, but like I said, this is the final version of the ship. So it really does feel like an oddity. Because you can't sit in smoke and plink away for long periods of time. You do have a pretty decent health pool for being tier 8, but no heal. And it's not like German destroyers are particularly fast. This isn't, so it's not really a good open water pew-pew boat. So it doesn't fit with the rest of the German destroyers at all. It isn't that all-rounder. It's just this weird, awkward in-between thing.
Nebelwerfer gestartet.
It just relies on these squirting out these. Oh, we have another. Take another kill ribbon. Squirting out these little fast bits of damage every so often. If it had better concealment, I'd almost say it might be a candidate for the 10% consumable boosting module, but it doesn't. It doesn't have particularly good concealment. So that would be an extremely high risk way to play it. Oh, okay. Timed that last salvo a bit wrong. Rip. It's fine, just ignore me. You don't want to shoot at me. I'm just an innocent little gunboat doing innocent little gunboat things. Oh, of course the Sharkhorst had HE loaded. It's fine. Ouch. Yeah, it does make you wonder sometimes quite where they get the ideas from. Why they decide to go down the routes they do go down with some of their premiums. Because these are things they're trying to entice people to buy for money. And yes, it's a good thing that they're not one of those companies that just blatantly is like, well, yeah, it's fine, we'll just make it OP. Just let people buy the OP things. But at the same time, It doesn't stop some of the decisions behind things seeming a bit bizarre. I don't know if Z-35 is a totally new, like if this is a ship type class that we don't have in game already, or if this is basically just, you know, Z-39 with different torps and different smoke or something like that. So yeah, I don't think this is ever really going to be a high damage ship. It just doesn't really have that capability. You can't sit and plink away like an Akizuki, for example, because you don't have the smoke. And you don't have the speed to really get away with doing open water gunboat things. You certainly don't have a heal. I don't think the AA is particularly good. Yeah, it's a bit... I want to say it's a bit mediocre. I don't know if I've had particularly terrible games with it so far, but I don't think I've had any particularly great games with it either. It's just a bit odd. That Monarch seems content to be very, I don't know. Yeah. In terms of ships, this is actually quite close, but if we can keep the cap advantage for a while, we can actually build up a nice head of victory points. When streaming at 720, yes, it's the best upload speeds. Or the best that my upload speeds will allow me is 720p. I could smoke here, but if I do, I'm the one spotting this New Orleans. So I'm just basically relying on spotting damage right now. Hey, nail bomb. Okay. This is where, even though there's a carrier, at least it being a vessel means I don't have to worry too much. So no one can spot for me, which is the annoying thing. I really would like fibre to the home, but I don't know when that will be an option where I live. And if it is ever an option, you know, if it comes with horrendous... If they go, right, yes, we can do that, but you'll need to pay X £1,000 to cover the cost of us laying the fibre optic to your home from the cabinet. And I think I am actually not that close to the nearest cabinet. Then that might put the kibosh on that as well. Move out of the sticks. I like it here, and to be honest, I mean, one of the reasons why I got into YouTube and streaming and all that is I wanted to find something I could live here and actually do. And the upload speeds being terrible matters a lot more for Twitch than it does for YouTube. It just so happens that I'm more doing Twitch things at the moment. But yeah, it's almost close enough to torpedo even. The kind of IT infrastructure up here, shall we say, is not necessarily that good. No, it's a lot better than it was once upon a time. Right, he's pulling forwards again, so he might just run out of the range of those. Still, though, this would be a rare opportunity to possibly get a torpedo hit. Yay! It is possible. I want to believe. Also, that's a flooding, which is very nice for me. Yeah, this... we don't know if we really got a particular chance to give lots of feedback on this one. It kind of was given to us more or less fully formed. But yeah, that I think would have been my feedback, is give it a heal. Or even the option between, say, a heal and a speed boost. That would have made it a bit more interesting. But certainly given the preponderance of radar around at high tiers, 12-kilometer range, very short duration smokes, it's going to make it hard to get significant amounts of damage potentially. So yeah, I can't particularly recommend this one. The rate of fire is nice, but that's about it. I think the hydro is pretty standard. Yeah, it's not like the hydro is stronger than the other tier rates. And when you have the Z-39 at tier 7, which can get that tier 8 consumable slot. Oh, that'd be a Scharnhorst in the... The Monarch doesn't seem particularly interested in going near the bad, scary enemy ships, do they? Oh well. Right, please not be the one spotting. Fire and reset. The reset's probably more useful right now. Yeah, Ryujo is possibly not going to last. Another fire. It's GTFO. Scharnhorst, you're not going to do back from much from back there, mate. Oh, I really hope our Monarch doesn't just then get torped. I don't know if the fire chance is higher or if it's just the faster rate of fire with a more standard terrible German fire chance. Another reset, another fire. Actually kind of useful. Oh yes, no, the Monarch died and the Scharnhorst is still very, very healthy. That's not so good. I may have forced this Tirpitz out of the cap though. Right, despite our map control, we have enough people derping that this is turning into probably a defeat. I really don't know what was going through that Monarch's head. And this Scharnhorst isn't exactly being particularly useful either. Oh well. But, you know, 2 kill things and a ribbon, so that's another 3. A cap ribbon, so that's another 3 ribbons that I need. Might even be enough time to go and cap B, maybe? Come on, surely you can kill this very low health Tirpitz. Or am I going to have to pop another smoke? You almost need even more smokes than it gives you just because they're such short duration. He might try blind firing here, so we're going to wiggle around in the smoke screen a bit. There's another fire, so he's going to die. That's another ribbon. Oh, he extinguished! Ratbag! He's super low health though. We're going to have to fire in the open, aren't we? Somehow managed nearly 100k, but how much of that was dot damage? Yeah, New Hebrides, that's Vanuatu, they renamed themselves. Right, we're going to have to do it. Just as he's fired, which is useful. There goes the Scharnhorst, who was not useful. There's the enemy Scharnhorst. It's now me and a Perth. No, this is fine, we've got this. This is definitely fine. There's nobody that could possibly spot for me at this point. I can't stealth torp him. My possibilities are so limited right now. But our Scharnhorst and Monarch on this flank. Scharnhorst at least killed something. The Monarch was just a bit useless. Here's where a speed boost would be really useful. Instead, we've got a very pedestrian top speed. It's fine, I can do this. Right, this is probably never going to work, but you can sometimes do this with the USDDs. Oh, it's turning in. Where you, if someone's coming towards you, you can drop in their path. And that'll do the trick. I'm basically hemmed in. There's nothing I can do. It's almost better with slower torpedoes because they have more time to get there. I think the US torps are about, what, 5 knots slower? But that's the thing you had to learn to do with the, particularly the Farragut and the... I can't even rush him! I just don't have the hit points. There's literally nothing I can do here, which kind of sucks. But our team face-planted rather hard. However, 4 ribbons. So I'll take it. Oh yeah, no, totally. I can totally manage a solo warrior. They still have a Cleveland and a carrier. And that Tirpitz down there is pretty damn healthy. So yeah, apart from the guns, there's not really a lot to commend this ship. Quite honestly. It's got a fast rate of fire, and that's about it. I had visions of maybe trying to sneak the... Yeah, there's not time though, is there? Sneak the cap.
Nebelwerfer gestartet. Nebelwand gelegt.
Welp! If he pulls into hydro range, there might be an opportunity for some last-minute pew-pews, but probably not. Still, though, the fact I've managed to nearly 100k is not terrible, but I feel like in another destroyer I might have done so much more with these circumstances. Especially longer-range torpedoes. The turrets are not especially fast, no. Hey, Cacklin! Oh, do tell me more. So that got me some German tokens anyway. We're so close. Right, I need one more ribbon, so we'll do one more game. We can surely get one cap or kill ribbon. So I'm curious, how much of this was dot damage over time? It's about equal, actually. 1 torp hit for 10,000. 42,000 between the HE, mostly the HE, and a little bit of AP damage on that one destroyer. And then 40,000 from fires and floodings. I think it purely is the rate of fire.